Welcome to the final episode of Legend of Dragoon, and if you're watching this by now, it should be the 1st of May. And this playthrough was started back in August. Wow, that's a long playthrough. But anyway, let's say goodbye to all the characters from this wonderful game, starting with Miranda. Miranda, your story was shoehorned in, and I gotta say, you have the worst backstory of every character in the game and in existence. Not to mention, your development is far worse of that of Bella Swan. You are eliminated. That's all I have to say to you. So say whatever you have to say, because at the end of the game, you're still gonna be a bitch. Anyway, this will be the last time I'll take pot shots at Miranda, because I'm not going to be playing as her anyway. And speaking of the White Silver Dragoon, Shana. To be perfectly honest, I actually do miss Shana, but there was some times that she had to be shoehorned out for development, even though she was about to be fully developed. And speaking of a fully developed character, Mary was nothing more than a barrel of laughs and good entertainment, despite her weakness as far as physical damage is concerned. But she proved to be really useful throughout the entirety of this game, and for that, I'm really gonna miss her and Shana too. Cause yeah, if it wasn't for Shana, I wouldn't have gotten past the Ghost Knights. Well, I would, it would took me a couple of tries. Anyway, it's gonna be sad to not see these guys ever again. Who's next? And I owe Zeke an apology, because I honestly thought that he was the big bad, not to mention that the big bad just hijacked the entirety of the playthrough in the last episode. Rose, you are still my favorite character. No matter how many children you killed over the last 11,000 years, you are still my favorite character. And Albert, I know everybody gave you flack because of the fact that Lavitz died and you replaced him, but at least you develop into a better character. Granted, you are a nerd, but you still develop into a better character, and trust me, you've bailed me out several occasions. In fact, this won't be the last time I see neither you nor Rose. Pretty serious thought. I can't really believe it. I've actually gotten this far into the game. Anyway, next up is Haschel. And Haschel definitely had some badass moments when he broke down the Garrick's hideout door with just his fists. And the coincidence that both he and Dart are grandfather and grandson. I mean, it's kind of sad what happened to his daughter / Dart's mom, but at least Haschel will be around to secure vengeance against Melbu Frahma, especially since he's the reason why his mother's dead in the first place. Or, well, / daughter. I was referring to daughter as far as the mother is concerned, and the daughter as far as Haschel's concerned. But still, he had his funny moments too. And Haschel, you are one cool old man. I am definitely going to miss playing this game and having you in my party. Which leaves only one last person. Kongol. Kongol, you are without a doubt one of the best fights I've ever had. Without a shadow of a doubt, both of your battles were pretty darn awesome. And the theme I think battle theme B, was it? Yeah, it definitely went well with your battle. Granted, you do have a weakness against magic, still, you certainly made short work of that Dragoon, that barrage that we happened to fight back in 109. And for that, you are cool. All you guys are cool people except for Miranda. She has been eliminated from the playthrough forever. That's my last pot shot. And even then, Congo is expressing logic. So now, while Congo is giving his last words before we fight, my strategy is simple. I am going to use Rose, Dart, and Rose and Albert, because I cannot switch out Dart, obviously, for this final battle. Which is why I've equipped Rose with the Dragon Buster and the Ultimate War Guide. Because at least one person needs to complete their additions, especially for what we're about to face. Let's go! Our last battle! You could choose among your party, or you could choose to go back and buy some more items, which we probably won't need to, because we've got more than enough. I have acquired all. I bet you did. The immortality, the bitches, and the ultimate power, and the bitches. I am the god. I bet you are. Who purifies the world. He's got that god complex. Under the fate determined by Soa. Have you not seen Final Fantasy 13, 10, and every other Final Fantasy after that? Death to those who rebel against fate. Death to all life. And may your deaths bless the new world which I shall descend. We won't let you, because we will shove a harpoon up your ass. Anyway, we are the Dragoon. We are ready to fight against fate. Let's go. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen. There's one reason why this part is 54 minutes. Melbu Frahma's fight in and of itself is really damn long. For one, Melbu Frahma has 42,000 HP total combined from all four of his forms. Yes, there are 4 of them. Secondly, there are cutscenes in between. Third, the ending. That's pretty much all you need to know. Oh, and the battle at hand? These tentacles are rather annoying. Just like with the Kraken, if there's more than one thing out on the battlefield, then there's going to be more than one turns took by Melbu Frahma on his side. So what you do? You try to eliminate the tentacles. The less turn Melbu Frahma has, the better. And my god, I sort of take back everything I said about the Divine Dragon Spirit. Or Divine Dragon. Because that's freaking cool. So, let's use this this battle relevant weapon here. And it's a really powerful one at that. By using the Divine Dragon Ball. And trust me, these balls are not inert. Did he just say blah? I'm sorry, I had to laugh at that. I had to. That's freaking hilarious. So, I just drew first blood here. But there's one thing about Melbu Frahma that everyone needs to know. Melbu Frahma will have a penchant of throwing at you magics that are against the affinity of your party members. Like, for instance, Gravity Grabber. He'll also throw in random magics that also has affinity against your, random techniques that also has affinity against against the Dragoons in your party. God, I'm stuttering out of excitement. But anyway, whatever you do, do not miss your Dragoon. No, do not miss your additions, sorry. Why do I keep saying that? Don't miss your additions, because if you do, Melbu Frahma will make you pay for it. Oh, and by the way, Melbu, have you heard the sensation sweeping the nation? Bitches love cannons! He said, blah! Just the fact that he did that was hilarious. I'm sorry, I just can't take that seriously. Anyway. That's the main reason why I equipped Rose with a ultimate war god. And seeing as how Rose has her ultimate weapon, the Dragon Buster, it is basically going to do more damage. Because I already maxed out the Dragoons. And this is one of the evil attacks that he has. And it did a hell of a lot of damage to Albert because it's Earth base. Also, be careful, because Melbu Frahma will also tend to increase speed with every form. So chances are he will be taking more than one turn. Wait, did I just score perfect with that? I think I did. Screw it, I'll attack him. I'll have to heal up later. Oh, and that's what happens when I miss your addition. All the more reason why I equipped a ultimate war god onto Rose. To rest assured that she doesn't miss. Oh, and one other thing. Later on in the battle, Melbu Frahma will pull out the Dragon Block Staff effect. Yay, like I wanted to see that again. If any of your Dragoons are in... if any of your characters are in Dragoon form, when Melbu Frahma unleashes the Dragon Block Staff, they'll be receiving more damage than usual. No, that time I actually perfected it. The other time I kind of missed the last command. But I think we're past the first form. Yeah, these cutscenes are rather long, too. Just warning you all. And what the hell is this? Did he just evolve into, Neo X Death or something? It looks like that's what he evolved into. But don't take this form lightly. And for the love of God, don't miss Dragoon editions. Melbu Frahma will have a penchant of sucking up one of your characters and using it as a projectile via Geos Ganio from Final Fantasy X. Yeah, that could be really brutal if you're not careful. And I'm going to use the only Sun's Rhapsody that I have to restore Dart's MP. Chances are I may or may not have to use it. I mean, use a Dragoon Spirit. Because a few Blazing Dynamos, I'll get my Dragoon Spirit back. No big deal. My Dragoon levels, that is. However, this form is a little bit lenient on missing Dragoon attacks. However, you need to stop with that lightsaber. It's really starting to get annoying. Please don't miss Blazing Dynamo.
Blazing Dynamo.
Ah, thank God.
Die.
All you have to do is basically keep up the pressure.
Demons dance.
But whatever you do, make sure your character is either guarding, well, your characters are either guarding, or make sure your characters are at full health. Because when he does this, it's going to damage both characters. And sometimes, and I've seen this in other playthroughs, when he does this, it'll one-hit kill both characters. Because it'll do the exact amount of damage to one character and the same amount of damage to the other character. It's also based on their HP, basically.
Storm.
And how do I know this? Because I recorded this playthrough. That's why. Post-recording, people. That's where I'm getting my information from. And using other websites, no, other YouTubers as reference. Ooh, that sucks. Alright, keep going. And this time, god damn it, stop missing the Dragoon. No, not Dragoon. The addition, sorry. Jeez. I didn't expect that to do that. I mean, I've expected it to kill Rose at least. But it barely actually killed her. They could put her in the red at least. And again, that's what happens when you expect the unexpected. And ladies and gentlemen, there's no point in doing a two-parter of this.
Die.
I might as well get the episode over with right here, right now.
Demons dance.
So, Melbu Frahma's not going to do anything, is he? He's just going to sit there idly and let us wail on him. Is that it? I take that as a yes. So now we're going to the second generation. And it's... Please don't let him come down as Kefka. Please don't let him come down as Kefka. Yeah, please don't let him come down as Kefka. That would be ridiculous. You know, that's pretty much what this reminds me of. Oh boy. He's filling up the arena with water. You know, you didn't do all this, Melbu. You're not God. And now we've come to the fourth generation. Where it looks like we're fighting on the... What the hell is that? Is that Melbu Frahma? I'm pretty sure it looks like a Romulan war vessel. Anyway, this form! He's a lot faster. His physical defense is up a little bit. And he has a new little trick. He will summon these star bombs. And these star bombs, if you don't kill them, will do heavy damage to your characters. But my characters are at a pretty decent level. They could take it. And besides, I've got more than enough healing items to survive. Oh, and he also does this nasty little attack, which will do a moderate amount of damage. Wait, what the hell is he doing? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. He just chucked a galaxy at me. He just chucked a freaking galaxy at me. And it does diddly squat. Wow. Congratulations, Melbu Frahma, you have officially went to Gurren Lagann standards. Oh, and there's the star bombs. Yeah, I'm making references, but you know what? That's exactly what he's doing! You can't really blame me for that, you know. Please don't miss Flower... Oh, god damn it, I missed Flower Storm. Alright,
Die.
let's just hope I can finish him.
Demons.
And in a way, I'm kind of regretting selling all of my magics. Because they could have been really useful for getting rid of these guys. Will you stop that? What the? Ah, Jesus. Well, they just signify that they're going to self-destruct. Up, Healing Breeze number 2. Oh, and that one's going to self-destruct. You know what? Screw those star bombs. Focus on Melbu Frahma, because once... Oh, bomb star, sorry. If you kill Melbu Frahma, the bomb stars will go away.
Die.
That's all there is to it.
Demons dance.
And what's he up to this time? So, he played the Song of Time, I do believe. Not Song of Time, but Sun Song. That's what it is. And he changed it to the sun. Okay, I can see what's going on here.
Blazing Dynamo!
So I wonder what he's planning on doing in the daytime. Oh, he's getting stronger in the daytime. Ouch. Not good. I have got to stop missing. Alright.
Yes!
Melbu Frahma is only delaying the inevitable, so he's doing whatever he can to prolong the battle.
Blazing Dynamo!
Ah, you bastard! How did that do 800 to Albert? Well, what is his defense?
Yes! Go!
I just don't... Oh, crap, I forgot about this! Melbu Frahma will also block only one command of your character. Wait, actually... No, yeah, that's right, one command per character. And sometimes he'll keep the healer from using items, or keep the person that may have the best buffs, or debuffs, or whatever, from doing that. He'll even keep your person that normally attacks from attacking. And ironically, that was this form's last leg, because there goes the command block. So now we come to the 5th generation. I like the music. And... okay, this is kind of awkward. It's as if Melbu Frahma's thinking that I have created life. Is this guy really an egotist or what? And they certainly pushed all of the images here to the limit, that's for sure. The 6th generation. Is he literally thinking that he discovered mankind? Man, what an egotist. Then again, this is the guy that enslaved all of mankind. Literally. I've made it this far, so I take it that we're about to head to the last and final form. Any more delusions there, buddy? Ooh, we are on a pile of corpses and bones with lava and blood. What the hell? And Melbu Frahma evolved into Kabuto. Seriously, pick your form choices better, bro. But anyway, this nasty little attack he's doing may sometimes cast fear. But it's pretty nasty in and of its own, in and of itself. And thankfully, Albert has a Phoenix plume, so he won't be hit with fear easily. This is where Melbu Frahma pulls out all the stops. He'll block your Dragoons, he'll summon these creatures known as monsters, and if one... he'll summon two of them. And if one of those monsters just so happens to possess your character and you don't have a talisman, well, guess what? They're going to die. And on top of that, they can actually take the place of your character. Yikes. So until you actually kill Melbu Frahma, that character will be literally possessed by a monster. And then there's his magic attacks. See, because I have Rose here, he summons this light attack, which is exactly like the Archangel's attack. And my god, it's painful. And it only singles out one character. But, if Miranda or Meru was here, he would spam the hell out of Midnight Terror, which is probably the most powerful darkness spell out of the whole entire game. And despite how high Dart and Albert's HP is, even they won't be able to survive repeated spams of that attack. So anyway, now it's time to pull out the big guns. This is the main reason why I brought Albert here, so that all the damage done to Rose will be reduced to half.
Rose Storm!
That's all, nothing more, nothing less. Honestly, I could have used Dart's Divine Dragon Spirit, but at this point, I really don't need it. He's almost dead. We got about, what, 10-15 more minutes of this and then he's dead? Oh yeah, you're gonna do that again, aren't you? Yep. Be perfectly honest with you, if you're at the right level, Melbu Frahma would be bearable. More on lines of borderline easy. There's some players that had a difficult time with them, and for them I said, well, I don't blame you. And Melbu Frahma just played dodgeball with me. Guard, Rose. Just guard. So, but to everybody else who made it this far into this battle, I commend you. Maybe I'm lucky, perhaps. But, There have been some LPers that had worse luck than I did. And it's just always the LP curse that definitely hurts you when it comes down to battles like this. So, let's use another Rose Storm, because I think it's been 3 turns. But nonetheless, so far I think this is a pretty interesting battle, to say the least. You could have picked his forms a little bit better, but it's interesting nonetheless. And he certainly has a way of pulling out every single reference he could possibly pull out in this particular battle. Even though some of them didn't exist before this game. Anyway, I can wholeheartedly say that he is on his last leg. Because I'm going to start speeding up my characters and dropping down his power and health. Hey, I recognize that! False used that against me several parts ago. Well, you definitely are running out of ideas, pal. That's okay, because the more I hit you, the less HP you have. That's how I see this fight. It's basically endurance. Let's see. I should lower his speed. Yeah, let's lower his speed, because his power is it's the least of my worries. The less speed he has, the better it is on us. Because yeah, in this form he gets faster. So let's go on ahead and lower his power now. Excuse me. Well, he's not doing anything? Good, let's keep attacking him. Please don't miss Blazing Dynamo. Please don't miss it. Well, Melbu Frahma may be on his last leg now. $952. How much HP did I take from... Uh-oh. Oh, no. No! There's the monsters that I was referring to! And now he's putting his tail in between his legs! Oh, gee, thank you. Thank you very much. Butthole. And this kind of sucks because Albert only has 1 level left. Meaning he's going to be taking extensive damage next turn. I wouldn't say extensive, but it would reduce the amount of physical damage and magical damage that Albert has. However, it doesn't affect Rose Storm. And you know what? I'm not even focusing on these monsters. Okay, maybe I should be focused. Yeah, let's try to deal with these guys first.
Die.
They can be rather annoying.
Demons dance.
What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Okay, fine, Rose Storm. I might as well, because if I try to attack the monsters now, I won't be able to do much damage to them. Thanks to Melbu Frahma and his freaking Dragon Block Staff effect. But it's literally the end of the line for Melbu Frahma. He's just delaying the inevitable. It's just desperation that he's doing this. Because otherwise, he'd have been dead a long time ago.
Yes. Go.
If I knew he would have done that, I would have actually restored Albert's imp. Oh, god damn it! Of course you would go after Dart! Why is it that all the instant kill moves go after Dart throughout the entirety of this playthrough? Just, But it's okay. Oh, god damn it! Now you're just being stupid, Melbu Frahma. You literally are on your last leg. And the one time I actually finish him off, I pull off Blossom Storm. Well, that's the end of him. I'm pretty sure he wants one last encore. And no, that's not me doing that, ladies and gentlemen. That is the game, signifying that Melbu Frahma is literally dead. Oh, and one last thing. Just thought I wanna refresh your memory on this, but bitches loves cannons! And that's all you need to know. And one last blah for Melbu Frahma, and that is the end of the game. Enjoy the ending cinematics, ladies and gentlemen.
Shana!
I have been waiting for this moment.
I kept you waiting so long. I'm sorry.
What?
Dare you? Inferior humans cannot outshine me, a god. Rose, the time has come. This is the end of our long journey.
Zeke,
Could you come with me?
yes. I will never leave you again.
Please forgive me.
But father, we finally met. This isn't fair.
Dart, I'm so glad I met you.
Rose! Father!
Go, Dart.
My role is ended. Blaze the way to the future by yourselves.
This is your age to live with Shana.
What are you talking about? We can all live together.
We were never meant to exist in this
No!
My age ended in remote latitude. Farewell, Dart, and thank you.
Rose! Father!
And thus the moon was blown up. Piccolo would be proud. Anyway, this is what happens with all the characters. Kongal is now learning the rogue martial arts with Haschel. That's pretty cool. Just, he needs to work on being a little bit more nimble, that's all. And Cheryl is watering the carnivorous plants. I swear those things look like piranha plants from Mario. It looks pretty awesome. Well, the scenery looks pretty awesome. They actually went above and beyond the Call of Duty here right at the end. And the music's pretty cool too. And Miranda's still being a bitch. But it looks like Wink is okay. And, of course, all the Sacred Sisters are just looking at that pigeon. That red-colored pigeon. Meanwhile, Princess Lisa and King Zior is observing all of the... well, actually, just having a walk and conversating with all the peasants. I thought they were observing the land, but it looked like they're just conversing with all the peasants here. And meanwhile, back at Lohan, Meru and Guaraha. I guess they're on a date or something? Or a honeymoon, whatever. But whatever the case, Meru is still being Meru. And what's this? I was wondering what happened to Princess Emile. She's married Albert. I mean, you could tell those two was gonna hit it off, but... well... I don't really need to say, but... needs to say... it's a perfect time to do that at the end of the games, considering you just saved the world from a gigantic demigod wannabe bitch. Anyway... Lavitz's mother! And remember that portrait that we got way back in part 13, I believe? Or was it 14? Well, that portrait is still there, and Dart had his drink with Lavitz, like he said he would after everything was over. Poor Lavitz. And finally, Dart is back from Celis. And, well, back to Celis, sorry, from his long journey. And it looks like they're actually doing a fantastic job rebuilding the place. Wow, this is pretty nice. Everything's tying up. And safe to say, I lost I lost yet another favorite character in this game, Rose, during the cutscenes. So technically speaking, that's two favorite characters that don't make it to the end of the game. Wow. All tragedies aside, I enjoyed this game. I like the music. I love the graphics. I love the fighting system, and I was able to pull off Flower Storm at the last possible part, of course. But more importantly, I just like the story. I like the story, and despite the fact that, yeah, Miranda was shoehorned at the end of the game, and Melbu Frahma sporadically appeared, there's actually an explanation for Melbu Frahma that's justifiable. And that explanation was already given in part 110. At least it wasn't a technical shoehorn like Miranda, but still. There were a lot of things that came out of left field too, like for instance, Lloyd all of a sudden trying to make a noble sacrifice after all the horrible things that he did. I mean, I'm sorry, nothing could justify the fact that he unleashed the Divine Dragon on Leningrad and that he killed Lavitz and Helena Tower. Nothing can actually justify that. Oh, not to mention he unleashed bandits in Tiburoa. And he's also the reason that Lennis got killed. And Bartle. To be honest, I felt nothing when Lloyd died. No sorrow, no sympathy, nothing. I mean, that may sound a little bit evil, but no. I really don't feel anything for Lloyd. Anything else? This was a pretty... I mean... what else should I say? I mean, there's not much to say as far as the story is concerned. Well, some of the battles actually did caught my ire and rubbed me the wrong way. Michael is definitely the culprit, number one, that rubbed me the wrong way. The Divine Dragon, hate that battle with a passion, as well as the Grand Jewel. And those are just some of the negatives. Well, that's just the negatives in general. The positives, the story wrapped itself up. There were some awesome battles, like I mentioned, Congo. And Melbu Frahma wasn't as bad as people made it out to believe. Well, that's because I was at a good enough level to actually beat him. But all in all, some of the battles that were the hardest was actually the legendary Dragoons. Those guys kicked my ass except for Belzac. And of course the Divine Dragon and the Grand Jewel. But those were actual. But the only reason I hated those fights because how the fights turned out and how much ridiculousness there was towards those fights. Oh, and the Ghost Knights too. Almost forgot about them. But all in all, I'm glad Turtle actually suggested this game to me, and somebody else suggested another game to me, Last of Us. Thing is, it's gonna be a while before I actually get to Last of Us. On top of that, I have to actually play it first. So it'll be a good long while before I actually get to that game. Anyway, the only reason why I brought that up because somebody actually requested a couple of games, like Dishonored and Last of Us. I mean, I get requests, and I take requests. And of course, this is like the second game Turtle requested. The first one was Resident Evil 2, which, safe to say, triggered nightmares for me. This actually brought me joy. And for all the laughter, the tears, especially with Lavitz's death, and all of the anger that I had with some of the parts of the game, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm glad that people... I'm glad that there's people that are watching, and I'm also glad that the subscribers, or non-subscribers, or whoever was enjoying this playthrough. Well, if you did, I'm glad you did. If you didn't, well, I hope I could do better in the next playthrough I do. But I will say this. This is indeed the second longest playthrough I have ever done. This actually is the second longest playthrough out of my entire channel, with Final Fantasy XII being the first. At least now I get to move on. And you want to know what the messed up part is, though, about this game? The one thing that really bugs me about this game, it didn't get a sequel. Why? Because after we had made a big-ass crater out of the moon that never sets, and destroyed the divine... the divine tree, that's right. After I destroyed that, the only thing we see are these two seagulls. And Rose and Zeeg's Dragoon spirits. That's the only thing we see. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for Legend of Dragoon. It saddens me that there's no sequel to this game. But hey, at least now I can move on to my next project, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. You'll probably have to give me some time before I start that, though. This is RMan985. Peace out, and thank you for watching Legend of Dragoon.